What is up, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete. This is the kind of weather, my friends, I'm tempted to do on the beach with Pete. But I'll leave it a little while. I'll just do one. Maybe this will be the last on the bench for a while, hopefully. Weather permitting, because I've got a nice couple of days. So when the weather is better, it's going to be on the beach. Anyway, my friends, if you're new to this series, like On the Beach, it's the paint along series or the hobby along series that you put on in the background whilst you do your stuff, or your hobbying paraphernalia, whatever you got there, building, painting, gluing, colouring, knitting, sewing, whatever takes your fancy. Anyway, I've got my beverage of choice tonight, or this evening, it's not really night time, which is coffee, real coffee. Quite a bit on my bench. Got werewolves, I've got all the other fantasy stuff. Grab your glues, your brushes and your models and your paints, my friends. Let's just get right into it. Let's go. Okay, I don't really know where to start. Let's start with this dude, maybe. Bit of Beyblade brown as a dry brush. I do need to shake it up though, so just bear with me, won't you, whilst I do that. Yeah, watching Pete shake paints. There's got to be something in that. Right, I need a dry brush, a small dry brush. I'm going to pick out something like that. I'm going to grab myself a new piece of kitchen towel. It's dry brushing, right? So anyway, it's Thursday evening, my friends. Wasn't expecting to be able to get a hobby session done, actually. Well, this paint is like dry paint anyway, my goodness. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get a hobby session done. I might be able to. Oh yeah, don't think that shaking did any good whatsoever. This one's at the end of its days, but we'll see if we can make something out of it. Yeah, I'm just trying to highlight, dry brush the fur that we've got going on here. We might have to go lighter. But this is okay. I mean, yeah, this is okay. I was expecting it to be a bit lighter than it actually is, if I'm honest. But yeah, it'll do, I suppose. I don't much care for the state of the paint, though, I have to say. Not looking good. In fact, we're going to say hasta la vista to it now. So long, see you around. So that was Beyblade brown. I don't know if I've got another one. Well, that Night Quester flesh. Not quite light enough, though, I don't think. Balor brown isn't really that brown. Oh, choosing flipping paints now. It's not what I had in mind. No, that's too ready. Oh my word. Off we got here. That's a bit like Beyblade brown, German camo medium. Let's try that one, shall we? German camo medium. Right. It's got this grey camo which I'm going to shake up as well because I can. Bear with me. Not bad. 8-2. See, I've just realised. I thought, well, these look similar. And the reason is it's the same paint. German camo, medium brown. Yeah, they're exactly the same. Wow, that sucks. Well, this isn't a good start, my friends. Not a good start, but let's pull it back from the brink. Way more paint than I needed there. Now let's see. I am going to put some like Longbeard grey or something in with it as well, because it just needs just a little flick of it, I think. And he'll look better once his jeans are done, but yeah. Well, that was a bit of a bust, to be honest. Let's get rid of that. Here's where it's at. Longbeard grey. Longbeard grey. Oh no, is this the do you know, I'm sick and tired of oh, come here. Really sick and tired. Yeah, that's the better one. I'm tired of paint drying out on me and just not behaving, so I'm chucking it away. Yeah, no, I'm not putting up with it. I'm not putting up with it. Sorry. No, I don't have to put up with that kind of crap. I just don't. You know, I'm done with, oh, I better just hold on to it because, you know, it might come in useful and it might save it. For what end? What, so that my good paint can then dry up and end up as crappy as the old one? Nah. You're alright. No, that's more like it. Dude, that's more like it. There we are. That's better. Much better. Right, do the same with this fellow. Got these like spiky bits of hair. It looks like Sonic the Hedgehog, actually, to be truthful, so I call him Sonic. Yeah, I want to put some more brown on his skin tones, but other than that, quite liking what we're doing here. Nice. I actually quite like that. Now, come on, I'm getting warm, do you know that? I'm taking off my top. It's been a nice couple of days here, nice few days. Although the mornings have been, I had this sea mist rolling in off the water. It's quite eerie. I took some rubbish out to the bin this morning, just as I was starting work, or just before I started work. And it was like Hound of the Baskervilles out there. It was like, wow, where'd all this mist come from? Sea mist. It doesn't last long here though, just in the morning, so that's good at least. Right, I'm a bit more pleased with that now. Right, break from the werewolves. A sip of coffee. Oh yes. Now, look at this. I've got this gladiator dude. Real traditional gladiator. I'm going to paint him up because he's going to have a place in my D&D campaign. Right, I'll just leave him there a moment. I'm going to look for maybe some bronzed flesh tone. Such as this. Bronze flesh tone, there we go. Let's get you on the thing. Noisy, isn't it? Still, you can't have everything. You can't have everything. It beats shaking them all up by hand and getting achy arms and whatnot. There. A little bit of that. A little bit of water, I think. Oh, not for that one. There we are, just mix it up a little bit. Excellent. I've got a Wendigo to paint up as well at some point. Wendigo. However you pronounce it. He could be used for multiple games. Well, a couple of different games anyway. I was thinking D&D and Call of Cthulhu maybe. So, and even Werewolf. Yeah, why not? I wonder if I could use him as a skinwalker. What do you reckon? Because I want to do a skinwalker in one of my games. Oh, this is tricky. Good job it's the first paint to go on it. But I think he's just this dude can be I don't even, I used to say he might not become a character. I don't know. Who knows? Nothing to say that, right? He could well do. Looks like he's only got one glove on, so I'll paint the skin on his left hand. I always like to do skin tones first, or base colours blocking the skin first. It can be as messy as I like. Yeah, be as messy as I like and tidy up later. So what are you guys working on? Do let me know. Always keen to know this. It's fascinating. Try and get all the skin bits. I'm so glad. This is why I've chose to do the skin first, because a lot of areas overlap and you're not sure and all this, that and the other, and it's like, oh, wouldn't want to be doing this if they had other colours to worry about on the model, you know. That's not bad though, that's it, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Now I'm gonna go on to my halfling. My other halfling. I want a small brush for this. Yeah, 5-0 brush. Much more like it. I'm thinking this halfling girl is going to be a love interest for my other halfling, my halfling rogue. Well, there's nothing to say this girl can't be a rogue. Or an adventurer of some kind, or maybe she doesn't know what she wants to be yet. Maybe she fancies herself as a fighter. Burglar, assassin. Very small surface area which to paint the halflings. Better quality than they used to be in the old days, though. All the miniatures, you know. I want to talk about something now, which I just because I use these sessions as therapy. I just want to talk about it. Now, yesterday, I was told by a friend of mine that an old school acquaintance of ours passed away. And I don't want to, get morbid and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, it's made me feel a bit weird, if you know what I mean. I mean, we weren't mega close, but I still feel a bit, I don't know, affected by it, I suppose. I guess it reminds you of your own mortality. The funny thing was, I saw him about 6 years ago. His name was Jonathan Phippin. And I suppose I saw him a couple of times on leaving school. I mean, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Blimey. But then I didn't see anything or hear of him from him for donkey's years, not until, 6 years ago. And I'm 53 now. And we were in a petrol station. We met. We talked for a while. We had agreed to meet up for a drink, but COVID and that happened. Never did. It's not to say we would have, even if it hadn't happened, but definitely can't while that's going on. But anyway. Oh yeah. It transpired, he looked and sounded like the lifestyle he was doing. He seemed mega fit, like, very active, into paddleboarding and all that kind of stuff. Always doing something, always on the go. And here's me with MS, outliving everybody. Like, what's going on here? It's just, I feel kind of weird. I mean, it didn't upset me. Well, I suppose maybe a little bit. I'm a little bit saddened by it. I never like to hear of someone that I know dying. It's just not a. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, at school he was, I suppose, what you'd call a bit of a dick. But kids, isn't it? Schools are very, and when you're at school, you have to put in place different coping mechanisms to get through it and get by. So I think you joined the wrong crowd, and that old cliche. She is done. Well, with the skin. Yeah. Put her to one side. Yeah, so do you know what I mean? So when I heard about it, I thought, wow, I wouldn't have expected him to die before me. I really wouldn't. Yeah. Quite a few people I knew from school now have passed on. And, I don't know, it kind of weirds me out a bit, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. It just does. I'll go use Scrag Brown on this. Go back to this werewolf. skin. Yep, here we go again. Honestly, spent half of this video just watching me put paint pots onto an electric paint shaker and going through it. Let's get another blob of that in my palette. I want loads. Can't say I was overly impressed with this brush either. So, do you know what I'm going to do? It's going in the bin. Right. Now, it's another sip of coffee time. So it's Thursday, as I think I mentioned before. Some unexpected hobby time. Get some hobbying done on the bench. Always good. It's been a tough week in work. That's an understatement. Oh, has it been a tough week? Still coped, but man alive, yeah. I mean, it's staff shortages that are the crux of the problem. It's causing me to make stupid mistakes as well. I'm trying to rush things through, and I know you shouldn't do that. I know that's not good time management and management of your working day, but I'm left with little choice. Really got to get stuff out, stuff done, and I rushed something through today and I made a mistake. It was picked up in time, thankfully. I'm sorry, so sorry. It's I'm up against it at the moment with staff shortages, and I gave, I said, he's like, don't worry about it. It's, happens. So I got another week of this yet. He said, good luck with that then. Still, the main thing is, no harm, no foul. I know I can't talk about it, but it bummed me out a bit because I've got to get the schedule, the work out on a certain time. There's an agreement in place, all sorts of things. A lot of money involved. Oh, it's stressful. Still, next week I'll have one more person than I did this week, so that at least is some comfort. Yeah. So what else? I thought, well, it's not easy. I haven't been out much this week because of being busy, which is a shame. And we could go out this weekend, but we're kind of saving our money because next weekend I got my brother-in-law coming up, and we will go out as a group with him. And going out costs money, so saving our money for the following week. This Scrag Brown is quite good actually for skin. I think I used it on my Congo for my tribes and that, different tribes of Africa and things. Makes a good colour for skin. So I'm avoiding the topic, but going back to the boy I knew from school. Yeah, I found out because a friend of mine, he was down in Plymouth, because he goes down there every so often, and he jumped in a cab, because he doesn't drive, so he jumped in a cab from the train, and the driver was actually someone else we both knew from school. So they got talking, and that's how we found out that John had died. You know, cancer it was, quite suddenly and quite recently. So it just goes to show, doesn't it? Like, you know, cancer has no favourites, or you know, it treats everyone with equal contempt, doesn't it? It's but yeah, he came from quite a big family. You know, he had quite a few. He had 3 brothers, I think. He had an older brother and 2 younger ones. Anyway, R.I.P. Rest in peace, brother. We never did get to catch up, and I'm sorry about that. I would have liked to be truthful, because talking to him even 6 years ago, you know, I could tell he was a changed person, you know, from what he used to be like. He said himself he's not, you know, he's a different person back then. But yeah, bizarre. I suppose when a friend who comes up here sometimes to see me is next here, we'll have a lot to talk about. Yeah, definitely. It'll be weird. Okay. Get in there. He's got a lot of muscle areas, you see. Yeah, gotta watch his hair though. Don't get caught on his hair. Right, it's not looking too shabby. There. Sort of, I don't know if you could see that even. But yeah, it's coming out alright. I definitely wanted a darker skinned werewolf as well as a lighter skinned one, because, you know, I want to give a bit of diversity to characters or adversaries or what have you, right? Okay, let's work on. I've got this cage thing to do here as well. Bit of riser rust, I think, is what I need for that bad boy. If I can find it. Or just a bright orange, but I would like riser rust if I could. Wild Rider red, maybe a pinch. Or solar orange, that might work. Riser rust. I don't even know if it's oh, there we go. Yeah, not too unlike, but this riser rust is a bit more orangey. I'll use both. How's that? Time have we got here? 33 minutes, so plenty of time yet. Plenty of time to get this rust effect on here. Dry paint, so no need to shake. And it's always been a good consistency, this riser rust. We're gonna just rust it out a bit. The trouble with small brushes, yes, they're more accurate, but they can be they can run out quicker. there to get that rust kind of in there and on there. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Rise of rust. With rise of rust, I find less is more. Yeah. Yeah, because I do want to put. I don't know if it's worth shaking this on even. Yeah, let's give it a bit of a blast. It's an old paint. I might end up having to chuck it. Solar orange. We'll see. Sip of coffee while I'm waiting for that. Okay. Let's see if that's done anything. Probably not, but probably not. No, that's enough for me. It's still usable. I deem that still usable. Now, typhus corrosion. I think I'll use a different brush for that one. I think I'll use a wash brush maybe. Or so what's this one here? It's size 3. It's kind of like a wash brush. Pre-shook this one in the machine. Typhus corrosion. Yeah. Yeah, I just want it to look like this cage is really not cleaned at all. Yeah. Could go for some Mortarian grime now. In fact, I'm going to put that more around on the inside. Right. Good. Job is done. I know I've got to do the gate yet, but I think putting a blob of blood on the floor is probably going too far. Yeah, probably. But I'm ready to yet. 38 minutes. Getting there, getting there. Right then. What else? I've not talked about anything else. Done the weather, which is great at the moment. Looking good out there. Do I need to? Bit of a dry brush on him, I think. I'll use this cheapy brush here that I've got. Sometimes cheapy brushes are better, depending on what you want to use them for. Oh, what was he called? Bernard, guy that played Theoden from Lord of the Rings died this week, didn't he? Yeah, I was ashamed about that. What's he called? Is it Bernard Hill or something like that? Bernard somebody. I'm sure he's called Bernard somebody. Yeah, I was a bit saddened by that, to be honest. All these deaths, not good. Do the bass on him, and then I'm calling him done. So, bass. So, Steel Legion Drab. Where are you? Another one on the pot. Here we go. Haven't done any painting for a long time. So this is a nice treat, I have to say. Right. I didn't realise the actor that played Theoden. I didn't realise he was the same actor that played Yosser Hughes in Boys from the Black Stuff. Now that mini-series held a special place in my heart. I know it's probably very dated these days if you used to look at it, but I might revisit it sometimes. It was a brilliant story. If you don't know it, it basically followed a group of guys that got made redundant from working on the roads, resurfacing the roads, and there was just little to no work around, and it's basically how they all survived and what they did, what their story was. Poor old Yosser Hughes, I think he had it the worst of all, lost his wife, and they took his kids away, tried committing suicide. Yeah, it's just a, tragic tale of urban lifestyle at the time, I think, it was a bit of a trope, really. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm calling him done. Right, so that's that. Well, done a bit of work. Okay, I feel like doing some more work on the female halfling. I know it's gonna be difficult for me. The lighting's not best. It's still got outside lights, don't get me wrong. Now, where was that really small 5-0 brush? There we go. Let's put the first down. I'll start packing some things away as I go. That's always better, isn't it? So messy does it. Go away. Yep. So what am I after? Corvus black? No, I want her to have jet black hair. That's what I want. Jet black hair, that's what we want. Abaddon black, here we go. Okay. Another paint pot on the rack. Last of the coffee. Oh yes. That seems to have done the job. Very nice. Very nice. Just mixing some water in my palette to thin it down a bit. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, I want to have jet black hair. I want to be young and sexy looking for him, because I want her to be a love interest. I want him to be like head over heels in love with her when he meets her. That's if he doesn't know her already. I'll have to roll for that, I suppose. I'll have to roll for that. Let's zoom in a bit closer, shall we? Right. Just got to be careful I don't catch her ear. Oh, this is so therapeutic. Never thought I'd be doing this today, because it's what I call a school night, like a midweek day. Well, one more day left on me than the weekend. But I suppose if I could get this one uploaded, filmed at least, then I can get it edited, rendered and uploaded over the weekend, and I can concentrate the weekend doing other activities then. I'm hoping to have a fire pit this weekend. This is careful as she goes. Think of a cool name for her too. I've been rolling some stats for my halfling. I haven't done anything on it for a while because I got caught up in playing Werewolf the other night. Well, I've played it a couple of times now, but I explained in my video I've been able to play it solo, but I've also been able to play it with a storyteller. How do I do that? I do that, my friends, with ChatGPT, who makes a surprisingly good werewolf storyteller, or World of Darkness storyteller, I should say. ChatGPT knows all the rules for all the World of Darkness games, but he didn't know that. I found out that those games in particular, were used as part of the modelling language tests for ChatGPT. So I'm guessing developers were fans of the game. Which is cool. Well, I'm going to switch glasses even for this one. I need to be more zoomed in here. So, but yeah, I'll be glad to get tomorrow out of the way. I can tell you, we've coped pretty well. We've coped pretty well. We've done all right. I think we have anyway. I give us top marks. 3 people down. It's less than half. Well, it is half our staff, but half our team. I'll put some. I'll wait until I do her eyes. Have I got anything black I could? I think the belt would probably be good. Black. So once I've done this, I think I'll call it a day here. Hunched over like a madman. Anybody else got any black they want to have? What about you, Mr. Gladiator? I want your feather on your thing to be orange, so that's no good. Probably do the straps on the back of your shield here though, black, that might work. Oh yeah. So you've got one colleague who's coming back to work on Monday, so I expect she's not happy. A week off being over. A lot of my colleagues have bought extra leave. You can do that where I work, you can buy leave. So they got an extra week off, but I thought, no. I'd rather have the money. Because to me, time is the new money, right? I value time more these days. Free time. Especially as I'm getting, on in life. Black gloves. Will that suit him? We're about to find out. My wife got a workshop this weekend, this Saturday. She goes to like different workshops with different groups. She likes herbal medicine and plant workshops and all that kind of stuff, homeopathy stuff. Excellent knowledge. So she'll be going to that on Saturday. When she finishes, what we usually do is when we get up, we usually go for breakfast. We've got a favourite place we like to go. When we go there, we usually have ideas about her book, the book she's writing, and talk through ideas and different things, scenarios, characters, plots. We have a good time, actually. Come out with some great ideas. You go out for breakfast, we usually spend several hours out. Black gloves. I think that befits a assassin more, don't you? Yeah, I think he's going to be like a rogue / assassin. Don't think he'll be... I think I'd like to play him as more of a rogue, more of like a thief type character. The sort of character that would check for all the traps and that if he was in a party and that. But he's not opposed to doing the odd assassination. Should the need or money arise, opportunity, I'd like him to be well versed in a few different weapons. I don't know. I don't know how he's going to tie in with his love interest, the other one I'm painting now. I think maybe the same school, like Thieves Guild, or I don't know, something. I need to read up on all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, I started telling you about my werewolf game, didn't I? Yes, ChatGPT was running it. Amazing game. It was a one-shot, of course. I mean, you can do campaigns, but it's not going to remember what you did session to session, unfortunately. At least not yet. But I think it will in the future, I really do. Or you pay a subscription for that. Extras like that, I'm surprised they don't do a special bloody game version of it that you can pay for. I'm sure all that will come to light eventually. But I was so impressed with how it ran the game. It even helped me roll up a character to start with because I was feeling lazy. So did it. So what order do you want to do? And what do you want to roll up next? And this, that, and the other. And before you know it, a bit of hair here. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to end it there. Remember, all brushes lead to war. I do have to end soon now. My wife's home from her thing and she'll be coming through the door any second now. But there you go. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war. I'll see you on another video. Yeah, okay. And bye for now, folks. Bye-bye.